If you're frustrated because your puppy keeps having accidents in the house, wakes you up in the middle of the night, or is completely unpredictable with their potty training. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your puppy is having accidents, how to prevent them, and how to create a potty training routine that sets both you and your puppy up for success. I'm Breyers with Breyers Canine Academy, and I've been training dogs for over 25 years. And during that time, I've trained thousands of dogs and people to help them have a happy, successful, harmonious life. One thing that I've learned is potty training is one of the biggest challenges puppy owners face. In fact, it's one of the most common reasons people decide to rehome their dogs. And that's unfortunate because in many cases, this is preventable. The problem is they're expecting adult dog behavior from a puppy who's physically and mentally immature. And that's why I decided to make this video. On this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 most common issues with potty training, explain why they happen, and teach you how to manage each one successfully. So now let's break down the 5 most common potty training problems. My puppy is constantly pooping and peeing in the house, and I can't predict it. If you're not able to predict your puppy's accidents, in most cases, it's a feeding schedule problem. A common mistake we make with puppies is free feeding. Free feeding is where you just put a bunch of food in the bowl and allow the puppy to graze throughout the day. That system makes it very hard to predict when they need to go and when they don't need to go because it's inconsistent when they're eating and when they're not eating. This is where they eat 2 to 3 times a day. We're giving them 30 minutes to eat their food, and then we pull it up until the next feeding time. When we're feeding them at the exact same time every day, the digestive system develops a rhythm. This allows you to predict when they need to go and when they don't need to go. Number 2, my puppy isn't telling me when they need to go outside. If you just started potty training or your puppy is under 6 months of age, just because they've signaled a couple of times doesn't mean it's reliable. You'll need to start logging when your puppy has accidents inside the house and when they actually eliminate outside the house. After about 1 or 2 weeks of logging their potty training, you'll start to see some patterns that'll allow you to predict when they need to go and when they don't need to go. Number 3, I take my puppy outside, but they come right back in and pee or poop. Puppies at a young age can get easily distracted. So just because you take them outside doesn't mean they're going to focus enough to eliminate. Those are the reasons you want to go outside with your puppy and make sure they eliminate. After being out there for 5 or 10 minutes, if they don't eliminate, bring them back inside in a safe place where you know they're not going to eliminate. In most cases, this is a crate. After 10 to 15 minutes inside the crate, then we'll take them back outside to give them another chance to eliminate. This isn't punishment. We're simply just removing the option to go inside your home. Once you've seen your puppy eliminate outside, then they can have supervised freedom inside the house. Number 4, my puppy keeps waking me up in the middle of the night. This typically happens because of 2 things: late night feeding and too much activity before bedtime. If you feed your puppy too late, their digestive system is still working while you're trying to sleep. So try not to feed your puppy any later than 5 or 6 p.m. Then start to slowly wind the evening down. For instance, if your puppy goes to bed at 9 p.m., we'll want to make sure there's no heavy activity after 7 p.m. When a puppy has heavy activity, such as a lone walk, excessive play, that type of activity will cause your puppy to drink a lot before they go to bed. And now your puppy is going to bed with a full belly of water. Make sure you're giving your puppy multiple times before bedtime to go out. Number 5, I feel like I'm constantly having to chase my puppy around the house to make sure they don't have an accident. In this situation, your puppy probably doesn't need more supervision. They need a schedule. In this schedule, you're going to set up times where your puppy is supervised, times where your puppy can play, times where they're in the crate or an exercise pen that allows you to have a break from the puppy, and times where you're training your puppy. Most puppies don't have the ability to stop and start. They typically go until they run out of energy. And that's why your schedule is going to be so important. It's going to proactively settle your puppy down when they need to settle down. And it's going to allow you to be able to manage times when you need a break from the puppy, but also knowing that you're giving the puppy enough attention. You'll start to see your puppy settle down because they know what's coming next. It's the uncertainty in your schedule that can cause your puppy to be unsettled and anxious. No, your puppy's not going crazy. Your puppy's just going puppy. When you set up a structured routine that fits their immaturity, potty training gets easier, and so does managing your puppy. I'm Breyers with Breyers Canine Academy, and I've been training dogs for 25 years. we've trained over 1,000 dogs and people to help them successfully address their potty training issues so they can have a potty trained puppy. If you like this video, check out our other videos on our YouTube page addressing other puppy issues.